This is just another example for an additional example for number 3. Um, you might have different numbers. I was clicking through, so every time I clicked on it, it came up with different numbers. So it could be 3, could be, well, this one's 4. I've seen 5 and 6. So, but it's gonna be the same basic answer here. It's looking at f of x equals x. So that's going to be a diagonal line. So the f function is a diagonal line through the origin with a slope of 1. Then we're going to use a table to graph g of x equals f of 4x, and h of x is equal to f of 1/4 x. So we're going to look at what's the difference between making that number inside an integer and making it a fraction. Specifically the reciprocal. So if you got 5, it should say 1/5 x there, for example. Or if you got 3, it should say 1/3 x there. But it's basically the same work. So we look at the solution. The f function is the first table there, right? F of x equals x means whatever x is, f of x is going to equal it. So if it's -4, it's -4. It mirrors it, right? For g of x, where it's f of 4x, that means you're multiplying the x value by 4, and then you're getting it to be the g function. So basically, it's just whatever's here is multiplied by 4, right? The reason why these are blank are because, well, what's the x value that when you multiply it by 4, you get -3? It'd be -3/4. So we're not graphing that anyway. So for the g function, you just have x value of -1, y value of -4. So that's left 1, down 4. All right, well, actually, so left 1, down 4 would be the orange function. Again, the green function is just your f of x function. Your g function is this one. Your h function is the one that's a little flatter, because now you're not multiplying the x by 4, you're multiplying it by 1/4. So you actually have a lot more points to work with here, but you only, I mean, look how spread out there. The x value of -4 then becomes the h of x, the y value would be -1. So that's why it's a lot flatter, okay? So the graph of g of x is a horizontal compression by a factor of 4. H of x is a horizontal stretch by a factor